Have you ever known exactly what word you wanted to say, but the wrong word just comes out? And I don't mean that you forgot the word. I mean the word comes out with confidence. Like your brain chose it and just shot it out your mouth without even checking. Well, that is a term called paraphasia. And if you think of one real word and a different real word comes out, that's verbal paraphasia. And if a word comes out, or like in your brain comes like, let's say agitated, but it comes out grouchy, means the same, but a totally different word, that is semantic paraphasia. And then if it's sound-based, let's say my brain is thinking the word agitated, but it comes out activated. Doesn't even mean the same thing. Well, that is some phonemic paraphasia. And with me, I get a little bit of all three. And then there's a different term altogether where when you know the word and it's just, you can't process it. It's like one of those tip of the tongue type things. Well, that is anomia. And I even do that. And it's not completely isolated to MS, but it is common in MS. And I find that not only do I do it a lot, but you can even spot it. So if you ever check out some of my videos and you'll see me like maybe in this position, suddenly I'm in this position. Well, that is because it's happening. And what I'm doing is I'm going back and splicing and trying to cut that stuff out so that the videos make sense and you can understand them, and so you're not lost. Well, and there's sometimes I can't catch it because I tend to speak without taking a breath. And with MS, when you already have plaques and the brain's already working overtime trying to reroute things, well, when you get just going, a lot of times it just comes out and I don't have a spot where I can splice in there. Now, if it is really bad and doesn't even mean what I was trying to say, then I'll have to re-record that. And I do that mainly because I don't want to turn anyone away. You know, it's all about views and so forth like that. But I'm new to this. And early on, I didn't know about splicing and fixing it. So it happens a lot. And you can also catch to where when I try to overcompensate, I end up speaking one word at a time. And I sound like Captain Kirk, for those old enough to remember Star Trek. So when you hear that in my videos, that's because I'm either fatigued and I know it's going to happen. But anyways, there is a lot of times where I mask it because mine a lot of times is the semantic, where I can find a word that means the same because the brain is just not shooting out the word that I want. And you can catch that. A lot of times it's due to being nervous. Again, I'm new to this, and it takes a lot of focus and a lot of courage sometimes to stand and speak like this, especially when you're looking at a camera lens or a phone lens, and you know it makes you nervous and scared. And I put it off for a long time just because the very first few videos I ever made, there was a lot of verbal mess ups. And I think it's just because it's taxing on the brain when you're nervous. And so and it happens more with me, but as I go, I'm getting more comfortable. And so hopefully it happens less. But if you do I mean, I challenge you. It's kind of fun. Go back and check the videos and see if you can spot where some of the paraphasias come out, and let me know. Shoot a comment into what video it was and where. And because sometimes, like I said, I just miss it. There's most of the time I try to review and catch it, and that's where you see a lot of the splicing. But it's just something that we deal with. But remember, adapt. Don't stop. See, I even messed that up. Words came out all scrambled. Don't stop doing. Adapt and keep going.